I'm Monica Massmann.
And I'm Kevin Massmann.
We want to talk about traditions. I grew up with no traditions because I grew up in foster homes and rarely was I in one long enough to spend 2 Christmases.
Whereas everything was structured, what we did, how we did it, it was always the same every year until I was like in my mid-20s. I woke up in my bed Christmas morning every day from my parents' house, even into young adulthood. And there was the one year
We were
something
already
was...
married.
We were already married, and there was one year we weren't gonna be able to do it, and I had some problems with it, but through a little bit of a thing. But in the next year after that, I kind of learned that the biggest part of it wasn't necessarily being in my bed, waking up, going out into my parents' living room. It was actually being around family. It was that family tradition thing. And then we've been trying to now for 6 years to kind of build that out because we want that for our kids as well, so they have something to remember when they get to be adults.
So in 2011, in November, our blessing came as a little tiny baby in a package.
So
we adopted him that year, and I started our house tradition. And we put little pieces of paper that say stuff like, go out to dinner, play a board game.
Oh, this is a good one.
What's that one?
This one I think is make Play-Doh Christmas cookies.
And we put them in each door, and he got to open them, and we did that activity on that day.
and the last door is the best.
And 5 years later, Madelyne's adoption was final, so we ended up with 2 sweet babies. And shortly after that, we really enjoy reading books every night, and with 2 kids, life can get pretty hectic, so we came up with another tradition. We wrap books, and each child opens a book every night in the month of December, and we read all kinds of winter books, books about Christmas, books about Jesus. So a few years ago, I got a set of dishes from someone who I consider to be like a grandma, and every Christmas we have hot cocoa and cinnamon rolls with it. And it's such a beautiful place sitting.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
I love it.
That's so Christmassy and delicious.
And now
My favorite is making paper snowflakes. It's super fun because I get to do so many different types of shapes on paper.
My favorite tradition is when we make gingerbread houses because for one, it's candy. For 2, it's cookies. I like building things with Legos and other things. I like building things, and it's a lot of fun.
my favorite is reading the books. I enjoy watching the kids' excitement when they open a new to them book, but we rewrap them every year, so that's my favorite. What is yours?
You know, it's gonna sound kind of corny, but pretty much all of them. I really don't have a favorite because just getting to spend time doing this kind of stuff, like when we do a different thing each night or read books each night, just getting to spend time with you guys doing it, I think is my favorite. So I don't really have one that I particularly care for or don't care for. I just enjoy the experiences as they happen.